How's it going, everybody? This is Brian Funk, Ableton certified trainer, host of the music production podcast. I run a blog at AfroDJMac.com. Today, I want to talk to you about echo and how we're going to misuse echo as a noise machine. And when this is all said and done, there'll be a free live pack for you to download, an audio effect rack that you can just use to make noise using echo. So here we have the echo device right here. I'm going to open up the filter section because that's going to be important to what we're doing. And basically what we're going to do is use the feedback control to feed the noise into itself and just build all these different soundscapes using only the echo device, no input whatsoever. So I'm going to go to the noise part under character, enable it, and if we just start turning up the amount, you'll start to hear some noise, and we can morph the sound of that noise. Lots of different styles of noise, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to leave it right about there, let's say. I'm going to go back into Echo's main section. And as I turn up the feedback, we start to get some noise feeding back into itself. And as we go over 100%, it starts to get very intense. And we can kind of kill that by bringing the feedback back down to 0. I'm going to set the sync rate to be just time. So it's not synced at all. It's just a millisecond. And I'm going to go and use push here because push is laid out pretty nice for this, though I'm going to make a couple adjustments in the audio effect rack I'm going to show you in just a second. So what we can do, we can start turning up our feedback. So now our noise is going into itself. And as I play with my time, I start getting some of these cool wind effects. And I'm going to use the filter now to sculpt this sound a little bit. And now maybe I'll crank my feedback a little more, increase the time, or decrease the time. And we can get some cool noises doing this. And a nice way to sort of kill the noise is to just close the filters out. So you're kind of like making the low pass at a greater rate than the high pass, and then we have no sound. And we can change the tone of this depending on where our filter is. And also the timing has a lot of effect on the particular tones we get. So it's a lot of fun to do on the push display because you've got these nice visualizations, but there are a few things that I find are missing. And that's what we're going to take care of right now with this audio effect rack I've made. It's called the Echo Noise Machine. And I've got basically all the parameters that I want to use to make this noise. So I've got my noise, which is just my feedback control. And it's not going to do anything until I introduce some noise amount, which is over here. So this is basically just going inside the character portion. And I'm playing with the noise and the morph controls to change the character of the noise. We'll go back into the main panel here. And I'm going to start increasing my feedback. And here we start to get those noises. So now I'm going to, again, engage my filters to sort of control the tone. I've put the reverb on here as well, which I think smooths this out very nicely. And again, we're going to go up high. I'm going to increase the resonance a little. And I just love what you're able to do with this device. Lots of super cool sounds. And again, there's no input, just the noise of the machine itself. And if we ever need to kill it, we can just bring this knob down to 0, the noise knob, or we can cross the filters so that we've got everything essentially filtered out. Now, a very fun thing you can do is to set an audio track to resampling and just record some of this. So I'm going to just rename this to Echo Noises, and I'm going to just start a clip up and just let it record a little bit and see what we get. So let's open our filters back up so we'll actually hear something. And there's our noise again. As I decrease the time, you notice the pitch goes up. And as I increase the time, it goes back down. And that kind of slows the rate of the feedback too, so it's not quite as intense. You'll notice I have a limiter on this rack just in case things get a little too crazy, because they can. I recommend being careful with this. There's a nice little noise sweep. You can maybe make another one going down this time. And something you can have a little fun with is when you start taking the delay time into really high values, we start getting tones. And that all depends on where the filter is, what kind of tone you get. Bring the noise time up a little, the delay time up. And add some feedback. And we'll go the other way now. Cool, some crazy noises there. So let's just stop our clip and have a look at what we got. And this is everything that we just did. We got some, I'm going to turn this down a little bit because it can get a little loud. And we'll hear some noise rising right here. Bring it up a little more than that. And this is just a nice way to make your own sort of risers and fallers or transitional sounds if you want, by just chopping these up and putting them into maybe a drum rack or a sampler or simpler. These are our own unique riser sounds. So I'm going to put this rack as a free download. I hope you enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun and a cool way to experiment with new ways of creating some noises for your tracks. Thanks a lot for watching. Enjoy.